what is there to fear? I'm from Black America, it's just another year. You knew the disrespect by your elected puppeteers, but let me show you how to
Yo.
Until I say the only words I know that you. Until I say the only
It's the Nitty Gritty Show.
Until I say the only words I know that you. Until I say the only words I know that you. Until I say the only words I know that you.
It's game night tonight. Happy to see everybody jumping on. Let's go. Giving out like $200 a night. We gonna talk a little bit for this game night though. Talk this Kyle Rittenhouse real quick. Anybody that watch Insecure, yeah, we gonna talk a little bit about Lawrence in this situation. Cardi B got news. These kids is wilding in school, they got news. Paris Hilton got news. It's going down in current news today. Let's go. Channeling my inner light skin vibe. Let's go. Drake on the track. This is like the hardest song on it as far as a beat to me, my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? We got Malcolm Whitaker in the building, drop a bomb. DMV in the building, let's go. Last game night before the holidays, we trying to give away $200 tonight. We playing Black Card Revolt later, but before we get there, we gonna go into current news. Kyle Rittenhouse, Insecure, Cardi B. These kids wilding in school, we gotta talk about it. I could have been a DJ, y'all. I got like the perfect radio DJ voice for real. I got my jewels shining. Let that beat drop real quick. Don't forget to donate to the podcast, y'all. We got Herman Altar in the building, Tennessee in the house. Let's go, drop a bomb. Don't forget y'all can donate to the podcast. Y'all see it in the corner right here. The Nitty Gritty Show. Money sign the Nitty Gritty Show. We love all the donations. That's how we're able to do this every Sunday, y'all. Alright, we got quite a few people in. Make sure you tell more people to log on. It's game night tonight. We definitely giving away some money. I know y'all like gift cards, right? They spin in the store. Help y'all buy all that stuff y'all like to wear. Dressing all flashy and stuff. Dressing all boogie and carrying ugly cups. That's a line from Outkast. Shout out Big Boy. Alright, let's get ready to get into this. Kat's with us behind the scenes, y'all. She's here with us in spirit. She's gonna be taking down the names of all the winners. So if you participating, if you answering the questions right, we got you. We definitely got you. Dad, how you like that bass line? That bass line nice, right? All right, let's get into it. A little background music to feel the atmosphere. Let's go. So look, y'all, it is November 14th. We back. We'll be back again next Sunday for a conversation we'll be having with Pastor Grant. He's gonna be on joining us, founder of DC Shy Pie. So that should be nice. We get to hear a little bit about his story and then talk a little bit about the need of God in today's society. We got a lot going on, y'all, and people need faith. So looking forward to that conversation. Shout out to all of our business sponsors we had this year. We didn't have a business sponsor this month, but I just want to shout out some that we've been working with this year. Shout out to Eighth Knots. Shout out to DC Shy Pie. Shout out to Out of Control Bullies. Shout out to some of the real estate agents we done had on. Shout out to Brent Rooker. Shout out to my man Ryan Butler over there, Coalition Property Group. I know we've had some more. Oh, shout out to a new realtor in the area, Tiffany Smith. Also, owner and operator of Lachelle Lashes. Shout out to Four Wellness Group, just to name a few. We've partnered with a lot of people this year. It's been awesome. Look forward to that. So before we go into game night, let's talk current news. And I'm going to spend a little time on current news, but we got to talk about this. So first of all, Kyle Rittenhouse. Are you guys familiar with the Kyle Rittenhouse trial? I would say raise your hands. I can't see you, but feel free to comment. So, you know, the Kyle Rittenhouse trial is going on. And there's been a lot of absurd things going on there, right? So, the judge doesn't want the victims being called victims because he's afraid it may taint the opinion of the jury. That was a first to me. Don't call an actual victim a victim because it may taint the mindset of the jury to call the person what he is. Then they're talking about, you know, it's self-defense now that somebody skated at him, came at him with a, so here's the details, like, you know, someone must have came at him with a skateboard. Another person drew a pistol on him. So he's all here crying. I know you guys seen the video. It went viral this week. Him crying. Not a single tear. There's a bunch of hubbub. Now, I think the one detail that everybody's failing to remember, even if somebody pulled a pistol on him, even if somebody came out here with a skateboard, let's not forget that this 17-year-old carried an M16 across state lines and had it draped across his chest at a protest. At a time where we've already had a Charlottesville situation where someone drove a car through a crowd killing a young lady. Mind you, she was white as well, an ally of these various civil rights movements, particularly Black Lives Matter. Let's not forget that people were protesting Kenosha, Wisconsin, because of the killing of Jacob Blake, another unarmed black man killed. Let that sink in. So imagine how you react to danger, and somebody around you has a gun draped across his waist. When you're carrying a gun out and about like you Cowboy Bill, you get Cowboy Bill reactions. People start thinking hypersensitive to their safety. So of course, I'm gonna pull a gun out on you if you act like you about to like you with the smoke. Of course, I might come at you with the one thing I got on me, assuming all this happened. Of course, I'm coming at you with a skateboard if that's all I'm on, because you got a whole M16 and you act like you ready for it. What other reason? If you're truly a police officer, meaning you want to be a peacekeeper, someone who preserves the peace, protect and serve. Why do you bring an M16 to a protest? I mean, you could have, if you really wanted to help the police, you could have just had your phone out and then record people you see that are destroying property, if that's happening. If someone does start the loot, just start recording it, taking pictures like, hey, police. I mean, you already trying to be a police officer, so it's all right for you to snitch. I don't even think we would call that snitching. That's called citizen reporting. I'm giving you a way out. At that point, you just, hey, you know, I'm just reporting the news. I don't make it. I'm just reporting. Seen this guy going in there. He looked a little shady. I'm going to send you the picture. But no, he took it upon himself to be a cowboy, to be Clint Eastwood, to be old school Ronald Reagan, because a lot of y'all forget that he was an actor first in Hollywood. And he's going to be a cowboy. He's going to be Mr. Tough Guy. I'm going to rock my M16, my M4 around my chest, and I'm going to let these protesters know I mean business. That was his intention. And Slim got caught up. And now he wants to be on television talking about feel sorry. I have no sympathy for them tears, y'all. I want them to lock his behind up just like you would lock somebody else up, a person of color, off a hearsay. It is crazy what's going on with this trial, and it goes back to the 2016 election. When the Republicans got Trump in office, their main goal, Mitch McConnell and friends, they wanted to control the judges. And people think judges is just the Supreme Court. No, at the federal level, they also designate the circuit court judges. These racist people that sometimes you're encountering in the legal system, they are appointed. This is why elections are so important. This is why we need to understand how our democracy works, or our republic more appropriately put. Because these are the things that happen, and you're wondering why you see the absurdities of this trial. It starts early during the election time frame. You don't have to like it, but it's the truth. It's the undeniable, factual truth. And this is why you see this craziness going on. So that's a little bit on Kyle Rittenhouse. Moving forward, I don't know if there's anybody out there that watches Insecure. Great show. Shout out to Issa Rae. Shout out to her team. They got some really dope content on that show, and they really do tackle a lot of cool issues. One in particular, talking about the dynamics of co-parenting, right? So there was an episode, I don't want to give the whole thing away, but basically one of the main characters, yo, Deidre, I see you. Shout out IG. Clarksville, Tennessee. So one of the main characters, Lawrence, has a baby with a young lady. She gets pregnant or notices that she's pregnant after they break up. Conflict of interest. I'm not going to go into the main storyline. Needless to say, she has the child. She decides to go forward with it, even though there's no relationship there. And then they show some of the drama or the things that go on between two people when they're trying to co-parent. We see this happens oftentimes. We see the narratives of mothers that take on the ownership of the child because they feel like the father could go do whatever he wants. We see that, Lawrence feels like he's being pushed out of the decision making, even having to fight for the child to bear his last name. And no matter where you stand, I think it was eye-opening for the sexes to see this demographic. I will say this, ladies, if you want the best result in a baby daddy, make him your husband. Well, you can't make him your husband, so therefore have the child, because let's be honest, men, we control relationship. We decide if we boyfriend, girlfriend. We decide if we're going to be married because we're the ones proposing, right? So if you're going to have a man's baby, be sure that he's your husband. Already signed, sealed, delivered, right? This will alleviate a lot of issues and problems going forward. Some people may not like it, but it's the truth. Ladies, you are in control of your bodies, and therefore the having sex or deciding to go forth with the pregnancy is all on you. So I'll give you 3 exclusions. Women who are raped, and we know that we don't have like an abundance of babies from rape, but it happens. So we'll exclude them. We'll exclude widow women, right? Because these women, they came into a situation possibly married to their husbands, and then husband passed away, they're widowed. so they can't control the fact that they're a single mother. And then, and last but not least, women who can't control a man leaving them. Honest sympathy there, because it's like, you know, they went into it trying to have a baby by a husband, and then that husband leaves them for maybe what he thinks is greener pastures or whatever his malfunction is. He leaves the woman voluntarily on, doesn't try to work it out. So we're not talking about those kind of women, but them other ones, you made a conscious decision, unfortunately, to be a single mother. And these are the things I hope were eye-opening to women and young women who may not have a child yet, to consider. Don't open your legs to the wrong guy. Most of y'all know, y'all see the red flags. I've seen the red flags all over Facebook and stuff lately. That's a thing. Y'all see the red flags before y'all have sex with him. So simply don't have sex with him. And don't have his child. Simple. And we would avoid a lot of these contentious situations we see that are so disruptive primarily to the children. Why bring the children into that environment? And I know not everybody's going to agree with me. And if y'all really know me, let me look in the camera real good. I don't care. I don't care if you don't like what I got to say. Because there's a lot of truth to this. Ladies, I love you guys. Right? I love you girls. Don't have a child with a dude you know was no good. You knew when you was dating him that I really shouldn't even allow this man to do this. But you make the conscious decision to let this man inseminate you and then furthermore have his child. And then you have the unmitigated gall, I was at church this morning, to be surprised that he's a deadbeat dad. Or you don't like the way that his parenting style may differ from yours. And then you will infect your children with this poison of trying to badmouth their father that you chose for them. That's the part we leave out. You chose him to be the father of your child, and then you have the nerve to dog this man out on social media when you go to brunch with your girlfriends and whatever social setting you decide. Let's just stop having babies by the men you don't desire in the first place. Keep them legs closed, ladies. Keep them legs closed. And fellas, you knew that that woman may not have been the ideal mom for you. She wasn't the type of girl you would present to your mother. Hello, ladies. If you really want to know if a man is feeling you, if he will present you to his mother, a lot of times that's a telltale sign that he thinks that you're good, or maybe he's just trying to get that final confirmation from the ladies around him in his life, the ones that matter, to say, hey, you know, Mom, she seemed like a solid pick. You know, am I making the right decision? And if he will not take you out publicly, if he will not show you to his parents or his family, Slim, he ain't into you like that. He's just trying to have an orgasm. I was about to say something much more vulgar than that, but we'll keep it clean on the Nitty Gritty Show. He's just looking for an orgasm, ladies. So let's use a little wisdom, men and women, because we all have accountability in this regard. Let's start going into situations where we know that ain't the one, and then risk the chance of babies, and then we have dysfunctional relationships raising dysfunctional children, meaning dysfunctional citizens of society, and we have bigger fish to fry, i.e. our previous conversation, Cal Rittenhouse. Just something to think. Let's move on. Paris Hilton got married. Yeah, I gotta keep it PC. Paris Hilton got married. Katrina, who did she marry? I know that was something that you was telling me about. Paris Hilton got married, right? Alright, she's looking that up for me. Y'all know I don't really... Katrina be keeping me up with that, you know what I'm saying? But Paris Hilton got married. Also, in other news, this is nothing else she was telling me. For those that watch Love in Huntsville, or whatever it is, Love in Huntsville, whatever... Y'all know what show I'm talking about. Seems like a lot of the men are creating a trend of getting the vasectomies. Some women seem bothered by that. It's like, oh, so what are y'all up to? Y'all trying to cheat and not get caught with a baby? I thought that was interesting. But I'm one of those guys. I kind of support men getting vasectomies. I mean, I'm talking about even in just a faithful relationship. I feel like the men should get the vasectomy. The women already put their bodies through so much. Also, the vasectomy tends to be a more secure point of preventing further pregnancy. So, you know, you guys are married. Let's say y'all got 4 or 5 kids, and it's like we can't afford 6, 7. Then I understand that. But I'm definitely behind the men getting the vasectomy for sure. And what's his importance? So Carter Reno, and he's a best-selling author, entrepreneur, went to Columbia.
And then there's like a hashtag Goldman and Sachs.
Okay, so did he work at Goldman Sachs possibly?
Is that a good thing?
That's a great thing if he worked at Goldman Sachs. So yeah, shout out to Paris Hilton. You know, great for her. She was already rich, so it's not like she needed a rich man. But hey, good for her. Rich people tend to marry rich people. So for all those ladies out there looking for a high value man that's rich, I'll say that one more time. Rich people tend to marry rich people. That whole Cinderella stuff, the whole Disney concept y'all was given about, you know, like your Boaz coming down just to pull you out the gutter. Yeah, that typically doesn't happen, y'all. If you was poor, the prince typically doesn't marry you. I mean, Meghan Markle wasn't poor, and you see what they're going through just because she has a tight tinge of, if you want to call that, melanin to her skin. She has more of an olive skin tone, if you ask me. You get what I'm saying? I know white people darker than her, but you see what she's going through. Because rich people tend to marry rich people. Let's move along. Also, some current news. Cardi B is producing the soundtrack for Halle Berry's upcoming film. I think it's called Bruised. I might have the title of the movie wrong, but I think that's kind of dope. Shout out to Cardi B. And then last but not least, I got to talk about this, and then, you know, we'll make it fun again. We'll do Black Card Revolt. We'll give away some money. But let's talk about these kids at school. So one of my homies is a teacher. Shout out to my man's Tony. He's actually a lawyer too. But shout out to my man Tony. So there's been a lot going on in these school systems, not just Montgomery County, Maryland, not just PG County, Maryland, but across the world, or at least across the nation. We see that kids are wilding out. There's been multiple reports of stabbings, shootings, really violent fights, and they believe there's some tie to the pandemic. You know, kids being like at home for so long and then finally getting exposure. And I think things are starting to create an uptick in school violence. So, you know, my encouragement to everyone here, like, okay, how do we fix this? One, talk to your kids, make your kids aware and vigilant. Also, parents, let's try to be clear of the signs of when we think children are being abused or mistreated, so we can attack these things early. I hear a common thread in these storylines are that the kids started off getting bullied, or it started off simple as a disagreement and then it escalated and then became violent in fights. Another thing I've noticed is that a lot of these things kind of drag on. It used to be back when I was in school in the 90s, you have a fight, you have a disagreement, it's hot news for a week, and then it fades off, right? But these days, things tend to simmer and stew longer. A lot of it has to do with social media. It used to be if you got a fight at one school, they may not even know about it at the other school. But these days, not only does the neighboring schools know, kids across the country know. Because they're uploading these fights to IG and Facebook and Snapchat, TikTok, whatever the situation is. They're continuing the beef. That's right. So let's be mindful also of how our kids interact with social media. Let's try to stay hip on what's going on to protect our children, because these escalations are getting out of hand and kids are dying as a result. And that is sad. Kids should go to school. School should be somewhat of a safe place that encourages curiosity and learning on what one's path may be or contribution to society. So let's try to make that the main thing of school. So what can we do to, and then also parents, I encourage all of you, be part of the PTA. Just having your name on there just adds more validity to when you question a vice principal or a teacher. And then also, if you can, be an active member of the PTA, and then go a step further, try to be the delegate for your school. Most PTAs, most school board of educations, they have PTA delegates from each school. They can only select one. I was a PTA delegate for a while, and I will tell you that, one, people of color are rare at the PTA, let alone to be the delegate. And then second, fathers are extremely rare being part of the PTA, let alone a PTA delegate. There is a lot of power when you have representation. When you don't like certain things being talked about at school, if you want a real voice when it comes to things like CRT, if you want to mitigate maybe some of the things they're teaching to your kids, ritualistic, faith-based, whatever the situation, the best place to have your voice and really be heard is join the PTA. So that will be my challenge to everyone listening. Join the PTA and encourage your friends and family members to join the PTA because it's a benefit to you all. All right, so look, let's move on. That's current news. I took a little more time up there because we got a lot going on. Those could have been whole episodes, but we had already planned for today to be a game night, so we weren't going to take that away. Plus, Next Sunday may be the last show for the rest of the year, possibly. We're still trying to decide. We will let you guys know for sure next Sunday. But keep in mind, that's something we're looking at doing because of holiday travel and, stuff like that. We got a lot going on. So, for those that are not familiar with Black Card Revolt, we're trying to give away $200 tonight, right? A mixture of maybe some $50 and some $25 gift cards. All right? Black Card Revolts, this is how we play it. There's majority rules wins. I give you guys an example. What's hurting the community worse, right? And then you have 4 choices. There is no right answer, but we'll go by what the majority rules is to kind of get a guide for where we think the culture stands. So for instance, A would be reality shows, B would be police violence, C Republicans, D no idea, right? You guys will all chime in. We'll see what everybody thinks or agrees to in the audience, and that's kind of like the answer. We'll laugh about it. We'll move it on. Maybe have a small conversation. Keep it going. Now, some of these are correct answer wins, right? So it'll be something like, what was Eddie Murphy wearing in his comedy special Delirious? A suede suit, A Lakers jersey, B, C, a red leather suit, or D, Michael Jackson's Captain Crunch jacket. And if you said C, you will be correct. And if you give the correct answer, we'll put your name down on the list. The person with the most correct answers when it comes down to those correct answer wins, you for sure will get a $50 gift card tonight. Outside of that, we'll probably pass around some participation. We'll probably ask some other questions that are not on here, but they might be questions specific to the Nitty Gritty Show or the host of the Nitty Gritty Show. And we might give away some money in regards to that. So we're going to have a fun time tonight. If you are ready, please raise your hand, say something in the comments so we got an idea of who's playing. I got a few people on IG. I hope you guys are all playing. I got a few people live on YouTube and Facebook. So hope you guys are all playing. Hope you guys get this money. If it's multiple of you watching on one person's name, just specify who's answering. So that way when it's those correct answer win questions, we are sending that gift card to the right person. And make sure that you contact us after the show so we can get your address and stuff so we can send you your gift card or your prizes. Please hit us up, y'all. We want to bless you. We want to bless you. All right? So, and then when you get your gift card, can you hashtag the Nitty Gritty Show and be like, hey, look what the Nitty Gritty Show sent me. It's good for PR. It helps us, it helps us. You don't have to, but I would really like it if you did. I really would. So let's go forward. Let's get down with this. So let's see who's all paying attention on this. According to women, this is a majority rules wins. According to women, what's something that men should still do? A, hold doors. B, pay bills. C, pull out chairs. Or D, believe in marriage. All right. This is majority wins. According to women, what's something that men should still do? A, hold doors. B, pay bills. C, pull out chairs. Or D, believe in marriage. Mamie said D, believe in marriage. She's like, these bammers ain't getting married no more. She's like, I want them to believe in marriage. And okay, Deidre said D. She said, believe in marriage. She's like, marry me. And then she said, and then there's all of the above. That's funny. Herman said, hold doors. A, hold doors. I got a comment about that, but I'm going to see if anybody else puts anything in. Any other comments? We got Deidre, we got Mamie, we got Herman so far. Right now, looks like what's leading the way is the ladies are resoundingly saying they just want men to believe in marriage. Marry me. I feel y'all. All right, and I'll cut the time there. That's all the answers we have right now. For those that are still watching, hey, participate. Try to get some of this money we're going to give out tonight. All right, so yeah, looks like the resounding answer is believe in marriage. I thought it was interesting that Herman said hold doors. I hear that one a lot. The hold doors thing to me is interesting. This is why I think holding doors is interesting, because holding the door to a store, yeah, but then opening the car door, I feel like that was something that people did more so back in the day because I didn't have automatic doors. These days you got automatic doors. It's like the door's open. Just click that joint open. Like this, pull it open. It's open. That wasn't like anybody wanted, but I am putting out who participated so that way, we start giving out some of these participation. Yeah, Mamie Herman and Deidre all participated in that. So but I feel like with the whole doors is interesting because it's like, I mean, yeah, you can hold a car door open, but at the same time, it opens itself. Some of these doors for real like open themselves. So I'm just saying that one might be a little antiquated, but yeah, holding the doors to like a store, a restaurant, the house. Yeah, I think that's a gesture that men should still do. I can rock with that one. Let's see. Here's another majority rules, and then I'll do some direct answers here in a second. But this one is real fun. So and this is definitely a black question right here. So who has the worst edges? A. Stevie Wonder. D. Naomi Campbell. C. Tamar Braxton. Or D. LeBron James. Oh, that's cold. Did you hear that, Cat? Yeah. That's funny, right? Yeah. They just doing Tamar wrong, but like her weave do be fitting a little weird on the head. I'm not an expert in the hair, but even I as a guy noticed that weave fits a little weird sometimes on the head sometimes. So, I mean, it is what it is. Herman said D, LeBron James. He said that hairline is fading. You got any others? Okay, Mamie said D. Alright, Culture is saying D so far. Deidre said Tamar for sure. That would have been C. And Tamar is just be looking crazy. Naomi Campbell, I don't know. I know what my answer would be. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. My answer would be A on this one. Stevie Wonder. I don't know if y'all looked at his locks lately, but man, like them locks are hanging on for dear life. I don't understand what's going on there, so that's interesting to me when I see that. Oh, Big Ron in the building, I see you. More Than Java Cafe. If y'all haven't been there before, hey Ron, go ahead and drop your address down in the comments so I can read that out to the crowd. He said LeBron James definitely with the worst edges. Yeah, he need to come see Mike. See if Mike can fix that for him. Yeah, for those in the DMV area, go check out More Than Java the Cafe. They're located in Laurel, Maryland. Y'all can Google them. But yeah, they got all kind of sandwiches, coffee. You know what I'm saying? Like cool little brunch spot to kick it on the weekends. For those that are working from home, maybe that's somewhere you might want to stop by. When you're working from the office, instead of working from the office, maybe you work for More Than Java Cafe. Go check them out, man. Go holler at my man Big Ron. All right, so it looks like the culture is saying D though, LeBron James. And LeBron James, man, like his hairline, it be struggling. It'd be so noticeable. You think with all that money he got, he could get like the little injections or whatever, like get something done. But my man be struggling. So yeah, poor LeBron James. He got the worst hairline for the show today. All right, so let's do a correct answer real quick. A correct answer wins. Let's do one of these. Because this is what's going to help you get that money tonight. We're giving away $50 to the top dog. All right. So, this is a good one. This is based in movies, y'all. So, we're talking Black Cinema. Brent said the people that are Stevie Wonder's handlers don't love him. If they did, they would cut his hair off. Oh, man, you're right. Like, there's some stuff that, like, he be wearing. I'd be like, man, y'all couldn't get my man, like, touched up just right. I feel you on that, but let me drop a bomb for that because you ain't even lied. So this one right here is a correct answer. So make sure that if you are sharing a live, specify who you are so we can give the right person the correct points. So the question is, in Love Jones, he's brother to the night in the blues in your left thigh. A. Isaiah Washington. B. Omar Epps. C. Lorenz Tate. Or D. Bill Bellamy. Question once again. This is Black Cinema. In Love Jones, he's brother to the night in the blues in your left thigh. Funk in your right. If you know the movie, you know what I'm talking about. A. Isaiah Washington. B. Omar Epps. C. Lorenz Tate. Or D. Bill Bellamy. I give you guys a few moments to answer. I don't want to give y'all too much time because this is for the money right here. So, you know, I know y'all want to get them points. Mamie said D. Anybody else? Herman said C. In Love Jones, he's brother to the night. And the blues in your left thigh. Brent said C. Lorenz Tate. Hey, Katrina, get ready to take these points down, boo.
Okay. Who won? What did I miss?
I'm still letting people put their answers in. We got a B. Omar Epps. All right, I see you, Deidre. Anybody else want to throw your answers in? Throw your answers in. Don't be ashamed. If you don't try, you can't win. I can tell you that much for sure. The only real wrong answer is the answer that you didn't put out there. You can't. You gotta at least try. You gotta try. But let's see who wins this. I'm gonna give y'all a few more moments, and then I'm gonna move along. All right, I'm gonna cut it off right here. So the question was, in Love Jones, he's brother to the night, and the blues in your left thigh, and the funk in your right. I just added the funk in your right part because I know the movie. For those that don't know, I was really into poetry at one point. Anyways, the options was A. Isaiah Washington, B. Omar Epps, C. Lorenz Tate, or D. Bill Bellamy. And if you said C. Lorenz Tate, you were absolutely correct. So that's a point for Herman Altar and a point for Brent Rooker. That's an amazing movie, y'all. That was one of my inspired movies for poetry too, by the way. Especially not just doing. I wrote poetry starting around like 9 years old, but like I really started getting into spoken word partly to the movie Love Jones, and then also, well, by this time I was already doing spoken word, but then you had, you know, like that whole scene, the neo soul scene. For those that was watching Def Poetry Jam, I had favorites like Black Ice, Shahan, Lemon out of Brooklyn. You know, guys I still follow, by the way. Matter of fact, for those that don't know, Lemon, that used to be on there, he actually was one of the writers for She's Gotta Have It, the series. So a lot of these guys have gone on to get more writers' work. So I think that's really dope. Let's do another correct answer wins. All right. Oh, okay. I like this one. So this is a television-based question. All right. Who was not? I repeat. Who was not a fly girl in Living Color? Once again, who was not a fly girl in Living Color? A. Jennifer Lopez. B. Tisha Campbell. C. Carrie Ann Inaba, or D. Rosie Perez? This is tricky. I don't know how many people are going to get this one right. Who was not a fly girl on A Living Color? A. Jennifer Lopez. B. Tisha Campbell. C. Carrie Ann Inaba, or D. Rosie Perez? All right, my first answer is B by Herman Altar. Let's see what else people say. Go ahead and get your answers in, folks. Get your answers in, folks. Get your answers in. I got some folks making faces like, just guess. Educated guess. Who was not a fly girl In Living Color? We have A. Jennifer Lopez. B. Tisha Campbell. C. Carrie Ann Inaba, or D. Rosie Perez? All right, so we got Herman with B, we got Brent with B, Tisha Campbell, we got Mamie with D, Rosie Perez, we got Deidre with C, Carrie Ann Inaba. Okay. Anybody else want to take a chance? Everybody else want to take a shot? I feel like I would have got that one right. All right, I'm going to close it down. So, the question was, who was not a fly girl In Living Color? The options was A. Jennifer Lopez, B. Tisha Campbell, C. Carrie Ann Inaba, or D. Rosie Perez. If you said B. Tisha Campbell, you are absolutely correct. Tisha Campbell was not a fly girl In Living Color. Actually, around that time, and Living Color was out, Tisha Campbell would have been doing things like Boomerang. She was coming off her fame of The House Party in the late 80s. So she probably had too much of a profile to be a fly girl.
She did Little Shop of Horrors.
She did Little Shop of Horrors as well. Keep in mind that also at this time, this is before Rosie Perez and Jennifer Lopez got big, so we knew about them. The one I didn't know about was Carrie Ann Inaba. So, yeah, so I thought that was...
Who was Carrie Ann Inaba?
I don't know. I'm filming the show live. I don't know, Kat. Can't answer it. Kat's asking me questions like, who was Carrie Ann Inaba? Like, I don't know. Like,
Did she Asian? Wait, that may be the lady from...
I don't know.
I don't know who it is.
See now, Katrina want to do all this talking, but she wants to be behind the scenes today. Cause you know how y'all women get about makeup and hair. I thought my baby was looking fly all week. She was like, no, I really want to do the show. You know, makeup. Okay, baby. Okay. But yeah, so correct answers for Brent and Herman. Okay.
Oh wow, and her name was Carrie Ann Inaba.
Inaba, INABA.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Oh wait. Okay, yeah, it is her. Wow. She's a Dancing with the Stars judge.
Okay, Kat. They can't even hear you, baby. You should have been on the air with me. She is still like really talking, y'all. Like, it's hilarious. All right. So, anyways, next question. This is gonna be a majority wins. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good black question right here. This is based in food, y'all. Who has the better biscuit? Deidre was like, she's like, I didn't even know who that is. That's funny. Talking about the last question. Herman said we can hear her. Oh, okay, that's cool. I didn't realize it was picking up. I do have a really nice mic over here. This is why we asked y'all to donate to the Nitty Gritty Show, because I do have a good mic. All right, so who has the better biscuit? No wrong answer. Just want to know what y'all feel. A, Popeyes. B, Red Lobster. Gotta love them Cheddar Bay biscuits. C, KFC, or D, Churches.
Red Lobster.
All right, Katrina's saying Red Lobster. Curious to see what y'all say. So who has the better biscuit? Chicken and biscuits. You know y'all we like biscuits, better biscuits. All right, Mamie said B, Red Lobster.
It's Red Lobster. Hands down.
Herman said A, Popeyes. You gotta be careful with those Popeye biscuits though. You'll choke with them jokers if you don't got some type of honey, butter, water. They'll make your throat dry in a heartbeat. But they are good. They are good. They tear you up though. They hit your stomach like cement sometimes. But they are good. I ain't gonna act like they ain't good. With some spicy Popeyes chicken. Brent also said Red Lobster. DJ said Popeyes is good, but them Rob Lobsters though. I feel you. So yeah, it looks like it's Red Lobster, y'all. I mean, even Beyonce said, you know, take them to Red Lobster. Red Lobster got a boost in sales just because Beyonce was like, take them to Red Lobster, right? So yeah, the Red Lobster biscuits. Let me see a good All right, here's a good one. Because I know this is going to have varying answers because we have varying ages watching right now. So it's going to be interesting to see what y'all say. That's why I'm asking this one. Because I know this is going to be really based off when you were born or when you were still in the clubs. So I automatically know my mother's answer and my father's answer, I think. But I'm just curious to see what y'all say. So here we go. This is based in music. What's the best old school hip hop dance song? A, Soulja Boy, Crank That. Soulja Boy, oh, Superman, you know, right? You got the Soulja Boy. B, 69 Boys, Tootsie Roll. I remember that going back to those late elementary school dances, you know. Tootsie Roll, come on now, Tootsie Roll. Cotton candy, sweet as gold. Let me see your Tootsie Roll. All right, C, EU, do it in the butt. Sexy. Let's go. Or D, Digital Underground, the Humpty Dance. Do the hump. Oh, sexy baby. Do the Humpty Dump. Do the Humpty Dump. All right. So which one is it? A, Soulja Boy, Crank That. B, 69 Boys Tootsie Roll, C, EU, Doing the Butt, or D, Digital Underground, the Humpty Dance. Do the Humpty Dump. Aha. Which one is it? So Herman said D, Digital Underground, the Humpty Dance. Okay. All right. DJ said Tootsie Roll. All right. DJ C. Like, that lets me know automatically your age based off your answer automatically. For real, for real. Mamie, you didn't let me down. I knew exactly what she's going to say. She said C, the butt, right? Shout out to the DMV. If you're from DC, you definitely saying the butt. You could be a youngin', you said the butt, because that's a DC thing. Brent, shout out to DMV. Drop a bomb for you. Brent said doing the butt, right? Yeah. Let me see if I got anybody else coming in. Looks like doing the butt is winning just because they got 2. I knew this was going to be a very varied one. Katrina, what you think? Which one is the best old school hip hop dance song? She said, all right. Katrina said, doing the butt. Doing the butt. Aye. Look, Brent even had to correct his spelling. He at first he said, doing the butt. Then he had to say, now let me put some ebonics to it. Doing the butt. Yeah, there we go. Doing the butt. Well, look, doing the butt won. And I think maybe biasly because we got a heavy DC influence crowd here. Shout out to EU. Matter of fact, EU and Sugar Bear are going to be performing at the Fillmore on the 21st at the not the Fillmore, sorry, the Hamilton Live. Anybody's ever ate at the Hamilton know it's a great restaurant. They actually have a live stage in their basement. So if you're in the DMV area, you want to see EU, you want to see Sugar Bear, and there was another band, I think it was Rare Essence, I think. Don't quote me on that part. They're going to be performing over there at the Hamilton Live. You can go check them out. I don't think the tickets were even that expensive. So check them out. All right, let's do a couple more of these correct answer wins. All right, with so much drama. All right. So this is a music question. I just ran right into it because, I just ran into it because I knew what it is. But anyways, this is a music question. All right, this is correct answer. You have to know the correct answer. All right. So, Robin, what's up, man? DC in the building by way of Carolina. Let me drop a bomb for you. Aunt Robin in the building. I see you. All right, with so much drama in the LBC, who is it hard to be? Who said that? A, Dr. Dre, B, Lil Wayne, C, Eazy-E, or D, Snoop Dogg? With so much drama in the LBC, who is it hard to be? A, Dr. Dre, B, Lil Wayne, C, Eazy-E, or D, Snoop Dogg? And if you know what LBC stands for, that makes the answer super easy. Super easy.
I can't see all the comments.
Our teacher said A. We got Herman and Mamie said D. Robin said Snoop. With so much drama in the LBC, who is it hard to be? I'll read it one more time. A, Dr. Dre. B, Lil Wayne. C, Eazy-E. Or D, Snoop Dogg. Anybody else want to answer? Well, I got a little bit more time. Correct answer only. Pop, pop, pop. Tiff, I see you. Drop a bomb for Cleveland in the building. Brent said, it's kind of hard being Snoop D-O-double-G. All right. I see you, cuz. How you doing, love? We just shouted you out earlier because you're a new realtor. So we wanted everybody to know about you. If you have a realtor handle or IG you want people to follow, drop it in the comments. I'll share it, okay? Speaking of Brent, we mentioned you earlier too as well. You know, our realtors in the building. Elisa Seth, also another realtor that's been on the show. We've had a lot of realtors on the show. All of them give very varying aspects, but great information towards real estate and stuff. So, like, yeah, we love our realtor community here on the Nitty Gritty Show. So if y'all looking for a house in the DMV, y'all got options. We give y'all all kind of great options. But the correct answer is, if you said, with so much drama in the LBC, who is it hard to be? If you said Snoop, Dog, you are absolutely correct. Katrina, correct answers go to Hermie and Mamie, Robin, and Brent.
Okay, y'all want to know the score?
Yeah, let me get an update on the score. Yeah, DJ, you're supposed to know that. Not Dr. I mean, I understand why you said Dr. Ray. At least that's not disrespectful of an answer. But Snoo.
Herman is leading in first place with 6. Second place is tied with Mamie.
Hey, come over here actually, so they definitely hear you.
Okay. Herman is leading with 6.
So we got Herman leading with 6.
Second place is tied with Mamie and Brent.
Second place is tied with Mamie and Brent. All right, so y'all can check out Brent Rooker Real Estate on IG for Brent. Follow him. And then also you can go to Tiff, that's TIFF .Lachelle, LACHELLE on IG. Looking for a realtor, check the two of them out. Keep in mind, we've also had Ryan Butler on the show with Coalition Property Group and also Elisa Seth. So we've had a few real estate agents on the show. All of them are great. Go check them out. If you need a home. That's funny. Herman said, pull Deidre's black card right now. Because you didn't get that. He said that your black card needs to be revoked live on the air. He said, it's a wrap. Get up out of here. All right, so I'm going to do 2 more questions. I'm going to do 1 more majority rules. And then I'm going to do another correct answer. All right. So to answer a question, somebody said, who's Fendi? Oh, Fendi is a designer. Little known designer. That's all. Italian designer, just it's ain't nothing too much. This a designer. We be trying to be like low key fly on the Nitty Gritty show. DJ said, man, yeah, your black card for real revoked today though, DJ. I don't know, like you might have to refile an application, or we might have to put an injunction on you or something. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with you today. All right, this is a funny one. So this one is just life and culture, right? DJ's like, I know what Fendi is though. You funny. All right, so what's one word your cousins always mess up? And your cousins may be your aunties, your uncle, your grandnana, your grandmama, whoever. But what's one word your peoples or your cousins always mess up? A, conversate versus saying converse. Ask versus saying ask. So let me start over. A, conversate versus converse. B, ask versus saying ask. C, Pacific versus saying specific. Or D, throwed versus through. Unfortunately, there's going to be somebody watching this podcast later on this week or possibly, and their mind is going to be blown like, what? I'm saying the wrong word this time? So, A, what's one word that you know folks be messing up? A, conversate versus saying converse. B, ask. I'm going to ask you versus saying ask. C, Pacific, talking about the ocean versus being specific. Or D, throwed. Get throwed, like the song says, versus saying through. So let's see what the culture is saying. We got some saying ax versus saying ask. Yeah, that's a popular one. C, Pacific. I see that. Hey, maybe I agree with you. I see that one a lot. Tiff says C, Pacific. Pacific versus specific. I see Deidre says C, Pacific versus specific. Brent said Pacific versus specific. Robin came in as well. She said Pacific versus Pacific. I think it's a landslide, y'all. Pacific versus specific. So for those that don't know, and this may come out of shock because maybe some of you think I speak well. But believe it or not, up until 2nd grade, I had a speech impediment. Matter of fact, to the point, up until 2nd grade, my teachers thought I was slow. They thought that I was going to have to be in some form of remedial learning or something, And then it wasn't until somewhere in my 2nd grade year, shout out to Miss Murtha, I still remember my 2nd grade teacher. She was like, you know what? No, Juan is actually advanced. And she just thought that I needed to see a speech pathologist. So that way, by having better enunciation, people would understand me more clearly. And by understanding me more clearly, realized that I was understanding concepts and precepts. So, little bit of a testimony. I did go on in high school to win various speech tournaments at the national and regional levels, and I pretty much talk for a living. So, God is good. He can't knock a good man down. DJ made a good point. She says she hears a lot of ass versus ask. So not so much axe, but they're like saying ass, like, you know, the jawbone of an ass, a donkey, versus saying ask, because they leave off the K. It's just ass versus ask. Yeah, see, I had to go over all these drills that use my guttural sounds and all of that to properly communicate, and how to slow down my speech so people understand what I'm saying. Yeah, so C was the resounding answer there. All right, here's our last correct answer wins. Let me get a good one for y'all. No. I want something. I want a good one. I want something. No. Let's see. Hold up. Let's see. All right, here's a good one. This is a good one. We're going to end with this one right here. Herman said he's such a proud father. I appreciate that too. I really do. So, correct answer wins. This is based off movies. And this is a classic black movie. And I chose this one because your black card needs to be definitely revoked if you can't understand what's going on in this movie right here. This movie is a black household. Most black households own this movie. If you haven't even watched it, I'm so surprised. So here's the question. No more preamble. Let's get to it. Who was Bruce Leroy's enemy in The Last Dragon? Once again, you should have watched this movie. Who was Bruce Leroy's enemy in The Last Dragon? A. Eddie V. C. Cyrus. C. Sho'nuff. Or D. The Gramercy Riffs. I'll say it one more time. I shouldn't even have to read these off. Most of y'all should be answering without the questions, without the answers. But A. Eddie V. B. Cyrus. C. Sho'nuff. Or D. The Gramercy Riffs. Who was Bruce Leroy's enemy in The Last Dragon? Y'all really should know this one right here, though. I mean, y'all really should. So we got one answer in so far. I got two answers in so far. Let's go. Who was Bruce Leroy's enemy in The Last Dragon? A. Eddie V. C. Cyrus. B. Cyrus. C. Sho'nuff. Or D. The Gramercy Riffs. Alright. Let's check. Tiffany, you don't know. You're a youngin' though. I might give you half a pass. Half a pass. A strong half a pass too. Alright. Final answer. Let's see. If you said to this question, who was Bruce Leroy's enemy in The Last Dragon? If you said C, Sho'nuff, you are Sho'nuff correct. Because who's the baddest? Sho'nuff? Who's the meanest? Sho'nuff? Who's the toughest, baddest, mamma jamma? Sho'nuff? Come on, y'all. Sho'nuff. Alright, so correct answers. Katrina, are you ready? We got Brent Rooker. We got Mamie Altar. We have Robin Monroe. And we also have Deidre. All right, so what's the final count? That was the final count with these last answers? Alright. We'll let you get your black card back, but this is gonna be on a it's gonna be on the trial purposes, Deidre. We'll let you have it back, but we're gonna be watching you very closely. If you pick up pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving, trust me, it's gonna be lost all over again. So who was the winner? So our winner today was Herman Altar. Let's drop a bomb. Let's get some crowd cheers for him. Crowd is cheering. Good job, Herman. You won with 6 points. Tied for second place, so we're gonna give them something too. Who was it? Katrina? Mamie and Brent. Mamie and Brent, second place with 5 points apiece. So this is what we're gonna do. Because we wanted to give away $200 today in gift cards. So for first place, Herman, $100 gift card. Send you a Visa gift card, $100. For our second place winners, you're both gonna get two $50 gift cards apiece. Two $50 gift cards for y'all. Let's go. Make sure you give us your hit us up, message us. Most of you, I think some of you have my personal number, so just message me. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I have your address. We're gonna give y'all that. So second place winners, Brent and Mamie, you're gonna get two $50 gift cards apiece. And also, we're gonna send one out to a new viewer tonight. Shout out to Robin Monroe. We're gonna also give you a $50 gift card for just being a part of the conversation. Make sure you tell people about the Nitty Gritty Show. Make sure we get Carolina tuned in. So make sure you send me your information. So we had one more time for our winners. Yeah! Shout out to Herman being our first place winner with $100. Shout out to Brent and Mamie tying for second place. We're going to give you guys $50 a piece. And shout out for Robin Moreau for tuning in, right? Membership has its privileges. And we're going to send you $50 as well. That's a nice little way to end that off tonight. I know I got some birthdays I need to hit up. So let me hit up some of these birthdays. I have them written down on my phone here. Definitely got some birthdays to shout out. Let's see. So birthdays. Shout out to my homegirl Lady D. Shout out to Marshall Gordon. Shout out to Dana Denise. Shout out to Jay Fisher. Shout out to Amelia Evans. Shout out to Yasmin Lutz. Also shout out to Derek Thompson. Shout out to Ricky Dyer. Shout out to that's not her birthday. Shout out to Lana Frederick. And shout out to Yvette Mayo. I see you, cuz. Shout out to Beverly Cook. I see you, cousin. Shout out to Trish Tillman. Shout out to Amir Mustafa. And last but not least, shout out to my man Michael Weems, fellow military. Also, yeah, Veterans Day passed. So I want to shout out all my veterans, right? Anybody who's a veteran, you were celebrating this past Thursday. Hope you got yourself some free food. So yeah, shout out to all the veterans. For those in the building, for those who serve, you have family members that serve, shout them out. That's what's up. Also, we know we always celebrate marriages. Shout out to my man. Shout out to the Scotts. I can't think of his first name right now. And I was just saying, one of my favorite Kappas, some Silver Spring Kappas, but him and his wife are celebrating 6 years today. Oh, sorry, I said Scotts. I had it all wrong. Shout out to Sean Floor and his wife. They just actually opened up their own imaging business right here in the DC area. So check them out. Doing big things. Shout out to the Floras, 6 years of marriage, right? If you know anybody else that had a recent anniversary or birthday, shout the names out in the comments real quick. I'll shout them out as well. Thank you guys for thanking me for my service. I appreciate it. I know on the call we got Mamie and Herman who both served. So definitely thank you guys for your service. Appreciate y'all. And once again, thank you guys for watching the Nitty Gritty Show. Don't forget, you can go to www.squadlocker.com. You can purchase some merch. In the search, you just type in the Nitty Gritty Show. Whole thing like a Tribe Called Quest. And hey, if you want to donate money to the stream, right there. There we go. Money sign, the Nitty Gritty Show, all matched together. the whole thing, the Nitty Gritty Show, and we can take 50 cents, $1, $2, whatever you got. You can donate to the show. We really appreciate it. It allows us to buy our cameras, keep up our subscriptions we use to broadcast the show, things of that nature. Look, thank you guys for joining. We'll be all on the couch tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but this coming Sunday, we have special guest, Pastor Grant, coming on to sit with us. He'll be talking about his DC Shy Pod journey. He's also a pastor, so also we'll be talking about the need for spiritualism and faith in today's world. We're in the middle of a global pandemic. A lot of things going on, right? So we want to keep that at top of mind. Look, everybody, thank you guys for joining the show. Katrina was with us in spirit off camera. I'm pretty sure she'll be on camera next Sunday. And we look forward to seeing you guys again. Peace and a bottle of hair grease. And we'll see y'all next Sunday. Y'all be blessed.